Okay, part two. I'm going to give my people a time to populate and re-find the Jedi. Oh, wait. Oh, alhamdulillah. Share it out again. Oh, alhamdulillah. Ah. Oh. What's a shadow? What's happening? Cheryl, I see you. Oh, my internet went out. And I think it may have something to do with when I went back to have, I told you guys I was off the air because when I called this morning to try to, because I realized the whole time I've had this phone, I've been without voicemail. And so I called this morning and support was helping me to get my voicemail set back up. And then he told me we're going to get disconnected because it's something he was going to do, but he would call me back. He didn't call me back. Then, I don't know, an hour later, I'm trying. I get a message on my screen saying you don't have any network. You can only make emergency calls. That went on for 5 hours. So then I went to the damn phone place to bitch them out, and then they got me. They had to replace the SIM card, and then because they didn't understand why. I don't know if that maybe that had something to do with it, because the Wi-Fi is with them too. You know, I don't know, but yeah, we lost internet connection. It wasn't the software; it was the internet. So I see you, Frankie. San, I see you. Kiara, I had a glitch. We shut down, so you right on time now. Good to see you, girl. Um, that you are alive and well, and that He has kept you safe and with a sound mind. Thank you, Cheryl. Alhamdulillah. And you know, Cheryl, when you say something like that, we as Muslims we say Ameen, but instead of saying thanks to the Most High, which this is fine too, we'll say we pray Allah, whatever we're gonna say. You just be anywhere saying to anybody, you know, we pray Allah such and such, and we say that, you go Ameen. That's a prayer. That's a dua. You know. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up, because also when we got shut down, I noticed we had like 30 people watching and like 7 thumbs ups or something. So let's thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. And anybody who didn't see my last video, it's not long at all. It's a recorded video I put out day before yesterday. Go and watch that. Because one of the things I say in there is, you know, for all the games that YouTube plays with me, I'm only vulnerable when you don't protect me. You know? I need you to protect me. And one of the ways you protect me is your engagement. You have to thumbs up, everybody. You got to thumbs up. You got to share. You understand? Because you can get around some of the bullshit that they do by their own system. But I can't do it by myself. I'm missing a bracelet. Oh. And it gave me a chance to get out of my clothes too, so that was good. I was able to just put on one of my garments. I still had all my clothes from when I came in. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thanks for the praying hands, Cheryl. So I was just about to go into our first piece. I think I'll do that with this. Oh, that's something else. I don't need that. Okay, I think I can be with you on this. Let's see. One and three. This is what set it off for me, y'all. Because I just thought, nah, this is what it's been about. Because as I think I was about to say, you know, Dr. Johnson is very dangerous to this white devil. Because if we would get off our ass and support him, you know, this is just, well, listen, Farrakhan is on his way out, y'all, whether we like it or not. He's on his way out. And he is essentially the only leader we have that is worth calling a leader. You know, we got these other popular people, but those aren't leaders. You know, every time something jumps off, they like, you know, the leaders of the black community. What do you mean leaders of the black community, bitch? Because the one we have, you're villainizing him, and you're not calling him up, so we don't see him. So I don't see any leaders. I don't see them. I don't see it. You see? And we have to elevate. You know, you look at these white channels. You got this fucking devil-looking dude, Ben Shapiro. You know, and you hear all them. Ben Shapiro said this. Ben Shapiro said that, like he's a fucking messiah or some bullshit. Jordan Peterson said this and he said that, and you know, there's some names, you know, and that are just like regular fucking people that do YouTube, and they've amassed a following, and so therefore they are and shit. Well, we need to support Dr. Johnson. Okay, why isn't this switched over? What's happening? I think I'm switched over. and they've amassed a following, and so therefore they are and shit. So much murder, so little time. All right, 3. All right, let's try it on this one. Oh, 1. My bad. All right, strike that.
Because that was a private conversation. You asked me for the interview.
Right.
Cool.
Now, I saw this. Actually, what got me was the thumbnail and the colorful hoodie that Dr. Johnson's wearing, and that I hadn't seen more recent. I hadn't watched him in a while. I just hadn't seen him in a minute, you know. And then I saw it says Dr. UMAR Charleston White is disrespectful and out of line. I just thought, well, let me just see what he's saying about, because that would have been a meeting of the minds, because I've already been forming, which I laid out in part 1 of this stream. I've already been forming an assessment of this Charleston White person, you see. But I hadn't heard anything that he had to say about Dr. Johnson or anything like that. And I just thought it was going to be his assessment of this cockeyed person, you see. But then it turned out it was more than that, that there is an instigation to get a debate between Dr. Johnson and this weed-smoking cockeyed fool who got his ass beat too. I'm going to show you that. He was, and now he's being called a comedian. Where's he a comedian? Where is that at? What is there a Netflix show? What comedian? Yeah, I mean, no. Yeah, I got some serious lag going on, man. All right, let's hear this first, and this will set us off. Let's go.
Because that was a private conversation. You asked me for the interview.
Right.
Cool, let's do the interview. Then you come back a couple weeks later and say, can we bring him on there? I'm not feeling due. Right. Not to mention, he's made several repeated disrespectful comments about me.
He got into it with Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, he a fraud too.
Dr. Umar Johnson?
Yeah, man, yeah.
See there? Now, we have to go through this forensically, everybody. Because remember, this is not a sophisticated dude. He's some ghetto, pissy nigga, you understand, who's now claiming he's some youth advocate and that he's worked on legislation and he's worked with Congress. I'm not making this up. That he's, you know, but now he's been, because why would you just out of nowhere in his world, think about what you know about his world, what he's exposed of himself. Why would you suddenly have any commentary on Dr. Johnson other than to say, oh, I don't really know who he is, or I know who he is, but what you want to know, but not to have a dismissive thing about him, you know, just already. But remember, he's a regurgitator, you see, so he doesn't know anything about Dr. Johnson. And sadly, too many of your black asses were going around the internet for years when he's trying to get money for his school, we don't know, it could be a scam and this and a third. Well, there's avenues to get people who scam you now. You don't think about that. Do you understand? And something like GoFundMe is very on the case. There's been lawsuits. There's all sorts of things. In fact, the GoFundMe that I have set up now for our mosque in Gambia, don't you understand that I had to send a picture of my passport? Do you understand? You understand? So there's things you have to go through, and your government name and your bank and all that stuff. They have all of that. So let's be very careful. Let's be very careful. And Cash App has security things in place. Something I don't think I shared with you guys. I don't know. A few weeks ago now, I was trying to help somebody, and I was going to Cash App them some money. It wasn't a small amount, and they gave me the wrong Cash App. So I sent nearly $200 to just into the air. Somebody I don't know, who don't know me. I might as well have just gone down the road and thrown it into traffic. But first thing I did is I began to say, Alhamdulillah. Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Because I had in my mind this mother in Gaza who had just lost her son, Ibrahim, in a strike by this white devil, these Zionist, fake, fucking big nose ass people. And there she was saying, Alhamdulillah. And I just thought, if she can do that, so can I. And it really strengthened me. So the next day, I called Cash App. And just so happened, if the person who receives it hasn't cashed it out, you can get it back. And I got it back. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Do you understand? But even then, when I called, I had to jump through hoops to prove that I am who I am, and this and the third, and my bank is attached to that, and all this stuff. So I mean, there's channels, everybody. So, and not only that, you should only have that much damn scrutiny when you're giving some large sum of money. You giving $1, you need to sat your ass down. How many of you actually pick up a penny when you're at the checkout counter that you didn't drop even? Just there's some change that's there, a dime, a penny, a nickel, and you don't pick that up. You should be, but you don't. And this brother comes, and he could have had his school the day he asked for it. But because we won't do anything united, he's had to march around the earth for years. Please help, please help. Now he's to the point, and that's the other thing that makes this significant, because this little cockeyed bitch doesn't know that Dr. Johnson already has the school now. He's just been doing renovations, and as someone who has owned my own business, I understand what it takes to get open. Like I was ready for my grand opening, and because a fire extinguisher on the wall was like a foot too low, I had to wait for the fire marshal to come in, holding me up a day. You understand? So he has been very clear to talk about his HVAC. There was some HVAC stuff that had to be done. And he had some, I deal with contractors. I know contractors, and I know all of that. So he had trying to do with black contractors. They fucked him over. So he had to get some white contractors who gave him a better price and got the work done. He's just in the technical phase of stuff now, and he's going to get the school open. You understand? Damn, everybody. It kills me. I've always given you the analogy of you sitting up in the house bitching that you don't have a ride to go to a place, and there's keys to a brand new whatever you want to name sitting on your coffee table. And somebody comes in and go, why are you bitching that you can't go anywhere? That's the key to a brand new car that's sitting in your fucking driveway right now. Not understanding. But that's you. The keys are there, and the brand new whatever is sitting right out there. You just go get in and drive it. Done. Problems over. We could do anything we could imagine if we come together. Just do it, everybody. Damn. So when he says this, let's go on, because we have to step through this.
Disrespectful comments about me.
He got into it with Dr. UMAR Johnson.
Yeah, he a fraud too.
Yeah, he a fraud too. He's high there, fake bitch.
Dr. UMAR Johnson?
Yeah, man, y'all know he a fraud.
Yeah, man, y'all know he a fraud. You see? This is that ghetto psychology. Because remember, he's not intellectual, he's not sophisticated. But he's streetwise. And this is street psychology that he's using there. The whole, man, y'all know. Like, I don't even got to argue that. That's to convince you. You see? Very crafty, but not skillful. Just, it's in him because he's ghetto.
Comments about me.
He got into it with Dr. UMAR Johnson.
Yeah, he a fraud too.
Dr. UMAR Johnson?
Yeah, man, y'all know he a fraud.
Y'all kind of preach some of the same things, though.
Well, I ain't begging for money.
Boom. And then whoever the bastard is that's interviewing him says, but y'all preach some of the same things. This guy's not doing any preaching, in my view. He's rattling and reciting. You could just look at him. Listen, all growing up, my whole family and me, we just always had this thing where, we could just look at so-and-so. We would say that to each other, you could just look at so-and-so. We could be someplace and be presented by, somebody present themselves, and me and my siblings would be like this. We have these dumb looks that we do. You wouldn't get it. Or we hunch. So, like if I'm sitting next to one of my sisters, we start pressing. and then you start trying not to bust out because we know we're hunching and we know we think the same thing. It's a whole thing, man. And then me and my nephew, we have this thing where it's judging. So we could be any place and I see something, judging. He knows to look around for whatever it is, some bullshit in view, judging. And maybe it's just somebody that's fucked up looking. And then I go judging. And then he'll look and he does the same thing, judging. And then I'm looking like, So I could look at this dude. I know his whole dossier. I don't got to meet him. I don't got to hear him. I just see him. I'm like, I know what that is right there. I got it all. I got it. You see? But no, he doesn't preach the same thing that Dr. Johnson preaches.
I know he a
Y'all
fraud.
kind of preach some of the same things, though.
Well, I ain't begging for money.
See, I ain't begging for money. Begging for money. Why does it have to be begging? Why?
What about, so what you think about Dr. Umar?
I don't pay him no mind. He's just talking. He been talking for.
I don't pay him no mind. He's been talking. That means you've been paying him some mind if you know he's been talking. So that's a contradiction right there. You see, listen down.
The same things, though.
Well, I ain't begging for money.
What about, so what you think about Dr. Umar?
I don't pay him no mind. He's just talking. He been talking for a long time. We ain't seen him do.
Dr. Umar Johnson just talking. He ain't even got a woman.
Now, first thing I would ask him, I'm interviewing him, did you contribute to Dr. Johnson? I know his bitch ass will say no because he's spending his money on fucking weed, you see? And then in this next clip, he told me he ain't got no woman. Now, there's two things I want to point out about that, just because one of them is not germane to what we're talking about, but it's a teachable moment. I almost appreciated that, like when he says he ain't got no woman, because there used to be a time, and there's still some of us out here, that in our culture, one of the ways that you assess the wealth of a man, it used to be, going back to olden times, it used to be, do you have a wife? Then do you have children? If you got a son, that's a bonus. Do you have animals? Do you have land? This was the wealth of a man. Not was he wearing Versace and shit. So that he doesn't even know what he just said. He's saying it as a disrespect. I'm just trying to point out to you there's a place that comes from that has made its way down through the generations, the centuries even. You see, it's not what I want you to focus on, but I had to share that with you. All right, let's go on.
We ain't seen him do.
Dr. Umar Johnson just talking. He ain't even got a woman. And he broke. Begging mother. Fuck, I'm on debating sitting up begging. He's a beggar. I ain't no mother.
This one really got me because this is clearly he's been paid, and somebody keeps saying that. Because remember, they always tear any of our grades down. This is not, he's being paid. He's a dumb bitch. He couldn't even hold a toenail clipper to Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson's big toe. But he's being used, you see. This is going to come to a point, you guys, because I'm going to lay out my case as we go through this. And so this, he keeps repeating the same, a word I hate, trope. The same bullshit. He keeps saying the same bullshit to get that into the psyche. Because it's already out there in our culture, and you looking for a reason not to help black people anyway, with your pathetic ass. You see. But this is that. Because what Dr. Johnson is communicating to us where he's at and things like that, but we don't know the day to day. Just like people that followed Malcolm and Martin, they didn't really know, especially then because there wasn't internet and the information age and stuff like that. They didn't know what the day to day of a Dr. King or Malcolm X was. You see, the phone calls, the threats, people driving by your house slow and shit. I'm sure there's many untold events that we just never are going to know about because there was too many of them, and we just not going to know. You see? So I offer that to say we don't know what Dr. Johnson experiences behind the scenes. We don't know. We don't know. But what we know is the white man is the devil and the eternal enemy of African people. And we can't have this black, heterosexual, dark-skinned, loud, intellectual, proud black man succeeding. We can't allow it. Quick, use this cockeyed fool. Give him some weed, give him a few dollars, and it's on. You see? He's dangerous. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Dangerous. Hear him now. Hear him, hear him. He keeps saying big and ass, big and ass, big and ass.
So what you think about Dr. Umar?
I don't pay him no mind. He's just talking. He been talking for a long time. We ain't seen him do.
Dr. Umar
We ain't seen him do.
Johnson just talking. He ain't even got a woman. And he broke. Begging mother. Fuck, I'm on debating sitting up begging. He's a beggar. I ain't no mother beggar. Beggars can't be choosy.
Okay. So you want me to sit down with somebody who don't know me and has disrespected me plenty of time? Who the f*** you think I am?
Love that. That's a
Now,
king.
when I was doing my little research,
That's a king. Who do you think I am? That's a king.
I came across a video that talked about, it was a podcast that talked about how they invited you on to co-host with Charleston White or debate or something like that, and you respectively declined.
I do want to highlight this one because it did bother me.
This one makes me even more sick. I brought you, there's a whole video here on the channel. I brought you the Ebro fucker, DJ Envy, the Jason Lee person, the fucker. I brought you a spread of these top DJ radio people who ain't black. They're masquerading as black. We're supposed to see them as black. I didn't know this guy's existence until this video, but he's in that class. Do you see what I'm saying? Up there talking black, and we've allowed this. No unmelanated person should be able to sit in front of an African person, certainly not an African male, and imitate and emulate us. To my face, that's not happening. I have shut that shit down in my own life. You're not black. Don't try and pull that shit around me. Don't do that. Don't. Not right here. I'm not that black person. Not here. You see? So how is he having any say on Dr. Johnson? This I don't know who the fuck this is. It's the Danza Project, whatever that is. But hear what he has to say.
And you respectively declined.
I do want to highlight this one because it did bother me. I offered Dr. Umar a chance to sit down and have a conversation with you.
I was excited about that too.
That was gonna be cool.
See, and none of these are black people. That's some Asian fucker sitting up there. That's an Asian, y'all. I'm a black man. I should know the fucking genuine article when I see it. You understand?
Super excited. I was super excited about that.
And real cool. Decline.
See there? And then you hear that? He's sitting up there with non-black people, and his answer, we don't use that word, black people. That word only came in the last 5 to 8 years. Because I notice when shit enters the lexicon and begins to saturate it. Super excited, super cute. It's super, bitch, super. No. We don't use that. That's not of us. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This is what I mean when I tell you, everybody, you gotta be the captain of your vessel. You gotta stand at your gate, cause shit comes in, and you start using shit that's not even of you. These things matter. This is how you lose your essence, your authenticity. You just get washed out. You're nothing. I was super. Wait now.
I was excited about that too.
I was gonna be.
He was super excited about it in his words, but we just saw 2 clips of you saying, fuck Dr. Johnson, he's big and ass, and you don't know him, you don't got nothing to say to him, and this and third, but you sit up here in front of Mass and them now. I was super excited about that. Really, bitch? He is a fuck bitch. You understand what I'm telling you? Paid. And for all of his, I don't be begging for no money. First of all, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but I could tell you if he has a YouTube channel, it's definitely monetized and he's definitely getting paid. Period. The end. You understand? I get shut down. Motherfuckers like that don't get shut down. That the white devil wants that out there. That's no threat. No threat. You see? See that again. We'll go on.
To co-host with Charleston White or debate or something like that, and you respectively declined.
I do want to highlight this one because it did bother me. I offered Dr. Umar a chance.
He offered Dr. Johnson a chance, as if Dr. Johnson needs you to offer him a chance. Like he's not already a proven entity. Internationally known. Internationally known. You were going to give him, he needs you to give him an opportunity. I can't even express to you how insulting that is.
To sit down and have a conversation with you.
I was excited about that too.
That was gonna be cool.
I was super excited. I was super excited about that.
And
real cool.
Decline. Flat out, not interested in that conversation.
Yeah.
And it's not, I'm not bashing him. I don't understand.
Because you're not black. And you don't know Dr. Johnson. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying, I wanted to give him a chance to come up here. And you would have never fucking called him for this fucking cockeyed bitch. You see? Because you're a white devil. And this is one of their main things. They get a little bit of gear on. They definitely put a hat on. Because I want you to be seeing, even though he's got the facial hair, they try and most of them try and cover their hair or do something that kind of masks that you not black. Give a fuck. If you don't have kinky hair, you not my brother. Period. The end. I'm clear about that shit. There's even a guy that's making the rounds now. Another story that's dusting up this some actor that is people think it's Tyler Perry that he's talking about that was sexually harassing him or whatever. And while I have all the empathy in the world for him and all of that, that's all fine, but you are not black. Because the hair that grows out of your head does not look like mine. Period. The fucking end. I'm very consistent. Even this Cory Booker person I told you guys, over the years, I've told you a million times, I'm going to need to see at least a pubic hair or something. Because that cutting it bald, and these blue eyes, and you sound like a white man, fuck that. I should get some instrument from you that echoes in my spirit as an African, and I don't. Do you understand? Nah. So, as if Dr. Johnson would need you to give him a chance to come on to talk to this fucking cockeyed fool.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like these people are afraid to have a conversation with you?
Because
why do you feel like now they're trying to pump him up because they know he's a dumb bitch? Why do you feel like these people are afraid to have a conversation with him, with you? You see? They stroking him. Do you understand what I'm putting out, everybody? Do you understand what I'm putting out? Don't make me waste my time now. Do you understand what I'm putting out? And they're devils, so they're crafty. Why do you think these people be afraid to have a conversation with you? Well, you're not on Dr. Johnson's level. Your provocation is not the same as his or anything. Like, he's a totally different human being than you. He is a king, and you are not. You see? And then playing into it, because he's a dumb bitch, overdressed for the occasion, I might add.
Because they've heard me speak.
they've heard me speak, as if he is in the realm of a Farrakhan, one of the greatest orators of our day, as if he is a Barack Obama, the Jedi even. As if he is some world-renowned orator. They've heard me speak, and I've gathered thousands when I speak, and therefore I would be intimidating. And no, we don't have shit in common. I'm a dumb bitch, and they are not. They're serious. I'm not. I smoke weed. He smells like weed sitting right there. I don't even have to smell it. I'm promising you, right there he smells like weed. Right there. Right there.
And any intelligent person, if they hear me speak,
they would know I'm a cockeyed, dumb-ass Negro who's just reciting a bunch of shit from the hood. That's it.
They see the level of intelligence.
The level of intelligence. And you should go on and say, that is lacking. That is lacking, you see.
That I have. I'm playing a fool. So these are very intelligent people who you invited. And they are afraid that, I wouldn't say they're afraid. It's something about two vipers.
Notice there are edits going on too. So we're not getting all of what he said. Watch, I would say watch. So don't just listen and watch him. Watch the technology. There's edits going on. Do you see how it's jumping? Let's go back. You have to see it.
Not interested in that conversation.
Yeah.
And it's not
Watch.
not bashing them. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like these people are afraid to have a conversation with you?
Because they've heard me speak. And any intelligent person, if they hear me speak, they see the level of intelligence that I have.
Edit.
I'm playing a fool. So these are very intelligent people who you invited, and they are afraid that. I wouldn't say they're afraid. It's something about two vipers. You hardly ever see two vipers in the pit. These today men aren't vipers. And what do you mean by that, Charleston? That's why Muhammad Ali fought Frazier, two vipers. That's why Muhammad Ali fought Ken Norton. That's why Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman.
The only thing for a dumbass Negro to say, sitting in front of non-ass African people, is, that is my brother. I have great respect for him. I'm not on his level, and there will be nothing for me to do but sit and learn from him and see how I could help him, but I'm not in any space to debate him or to challenge him just for the sake of sport. That's the intelligent answer. Do you understand? And that's the truth. But he's a dumb bitch. Do you understand? With these outdated glasses on, by the way. Can we just add that? That look like some bullshit. And the little whatever the brothers do, the color the hair brown. I'm so fucking over that shit. I can't even... where's my punch? Oh my God.
And what do you mean by that, Charleston? That's why Muhammad Ali fought Frazier, two vipers. That's why Muhammad Ali fought Ken Norton. That's why Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman. Because two vipers. But what ends up happening is, when you put two vipers in a pit,
somebody gotta.
Those were athletes. And notice the cockeyed bullshit. He's just cockeyed. Just, oh my God. I think I just lost my retina. I think I lost it. Nurse.
One of them gets dethroned. And one of them have to leave the village or the wilderness or the jungle and walk away like the silverback gorilla and can't have.
He doesn't even understand the seriousness of what Dr. Johnson is trying to do and what his whole representation in life is. He's talking about this like it's some sport. I'm not Dr. Johnson, but I would have the same fucking reaction. Like, nigga, you're not anywhere in my breathing universe. I'm something else. Back away and die. Do you understand? He's literally up there as if this is, and he's giving sports analogies. This is about, Dr. Johnson is about moving the culture forward. Leaving a mark on the earth, a legacy. You understand? This nigga is about just trying to get to the next blunt. That's it. That's it. Look at how he dresses. Look at how Dr. Johnson dresses. Do you understand? I always tell you too, everybody, one of the signs of any leaders, Natural leaders, we're not interested in self-aggrandizement. We never aggrandize ourselves. Any leader that sits and constantly talks about just themselves is a problem. That's not a leader. A leader is always talking about the task, the cause at hand, not themselves. And their presentation is not glamorous. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This guy's up there in fucking Versace necklaces and drip and the bullshit. No. No. He's a joke, a piece of shit. We'll just go back. I'll try and shut up so we can get a little bit more mileage. Go on.
And that's why Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman. Because two vipers. But what ends up happening is when you put two vipers in a pit,
somebody gotta.
One of them gets dethroned.
Yeah.
And one of them have to leave the village or the wilderness or the jungle and walk away like the silverback gorilla and can't hang with the group no more.
Yeah, that's true.
And so they avoid that.
Shy from that, yeah.
I don't have an image. I don't have a degree to try to hold on to. I have real community actions, and I have truth that I stand on.
I don't have anything against the brother Charleston White. I don't believe
You see what he just said? And contrast to now with how Dr. Johnson opens
actions,
up.
And I have truth that I stand on.
Truth. So we know he's not interested in it. You can't pronounce it, you can't fucking do it. I don't give a fuck what it is in life. You can't pronounce it, you can't articulate it.
I don't have anything against the brother Charleston.
I don't have anything against the brother Charleston White. Gave him respect because kings are unbothered by the lowly people. You understand what I'm saying? Lapping infuriously at the throne. There's no need. Down there, I see you. Down there. Oh, yes. No need. No need. You see? Hear the difference. Hear the difference. The whole presentation. Drip and sauce and fake-ass bullshit. And then Dr.
Real
Johnson.
Community actions, and I have truth that I stand on.
Truth.
I don't have anything against the brother Charleston White. I don't believe I belong on a platform with him.
Okay.
As you can see, my message is very much about the best interests of the community. It's about saving our children, our men, our women. It's about building schools, which I'm actively doing. Okay. I don't believe I need to be on a podcast with someone who has disrespected our deceased, with someone who has said things that many people interpreted as being supportive of rape, as someone who has, done some things that many people would consider deplorable and unforgivable. The messages are not the same. The missions are not the same. The work is clearly not the same. Clearly not the same. Now, he says he's a community activist. I don't know what he's doing. I can't speak to that. But you're damn sure ain't done in these streets what I've done. You understand? I'm the most influential school psychologist in American history, hands down. I save more black kids from prison and special ed than any other psychologist, educator, or person you can name. Like I said, I'm not knocking it, but whatever you're doing, it don't compare to what I'm doing. And I just think in the podcast world, sometimes these guys go out of their way to reduce those who are credentialed and expert in their field and put us on the same level as someone from the community who simply has an opinion. Right. And don't get me wrong, I'm humble. I'll bust it up with anybody. Mm-hmm. But with my 6 degrees, my credentials, my achievements and accomplishments in life, what I'm doing to serve our people, you're not just going to bring anybody in with me and say, y'all going to have a head-to-head. No, sir. We can't have a head-to-head because he's not on my level in that way. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And because of the shock value because he operates on shock value. I don't operate on shock value.
A pop-off.
You ask me questions, I give you my honest answer as a scholar, not a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't have a YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I might be the king of YouTube, but I don't have a YouTube. You're not going to take what I bring to the table and sensationalize it and trivialize it by bringing this person on set who's liable to say anything. You understand? I'm not going to sit there and you come crooked out your mouth, which he's known to do. That's just going to cause conflict. All for what? So you can get views and likes and clicks and snaps. I'm not into that shit. You see what I'm saying? And for me, it was disingenuous for the guy to say what he said. Because that was a private conversation. You asked me for the interview.
Right.
Cool, let's do the interview. Then you come back a couple weeks later and say, can we bring him on there?
I would love to get Umar up here for a conversation.
See, he is trying. Now, this little bitch, the little fake me out wanna be black Arab probably. There's some platforms that they want more black credibility. Because remember, especially guys like him, like how he's dressed, how he's wearing the hat and all that, they lick the ball sack of brothers. Do you understand what I'm telling you? These are the type of people I'm talking about when I tell you they love our athletes more than we will ever love them. We already black. We ain't all that in love with them. You feel me? But they fucking just it's almost it's an obsession. And so you have many of them who want black credibility. They would love to have somebody like Umar Johnson up there. That's why this Vlad fucking big nose Zionist, he's a Zionist and a fucking atheist. So he's a major piece of shit. Smokey Robinson, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan. I mean, everybody we've named, it's going to talk to this fucking person. For what? For what? And have built his entire platform on nothing but black people. You can't find a video hardly where he's just talking to somebody white. It's nothing but us. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. We should have the largest YouTube channels on and all social media. The largest one should be nothing but black people, because nobody's more interesting than us. Give a fuck. Period. There is no white man on this or white bitch anywhere on any social media that's as interesting as just even I am. I mean that shit. Do you understand? So when we give our equity to someone else while denying our brother, I have a real problem with that. So because this motherfucker, oh, by the way, in this one, he's actually smoking a fucking blunt. So exhibit A on that.
Back a couple weeks later, say, can we bring him on there?
I would love to get Umar up here for a conversation, but
blunt.
I mean, we got to stop playing the game like I tried to disrespect you by putting you on a platform with Charleston. I see something differently. So, when I reached out to him after that, I told him, I was like, you got the wrong impression about.
Look, he's dressed like one of these little 19-year-olds that's out there. No grown man should have any cartoon anything on his attire. No fucking grown man give a fuck. Unless you married and your wife bought some shit for you, you wear it. Even as hideous, you wear it. You understand? That's the only way you go with somebody, or your kids brought you something and you wear it. But just of your own accord, you're gonna wear some animated shit that looks like a fucking cartoon. That's not a man. That's not manhood. Men don't dress like that. Do you understand? And so this Arab is using him because he wants to get the clout of having somebody like an Umar Johnson on his platform. You see? Nah, deny him. Don't give it to him.
Charleston, I see something differently. So, when I reached out to him after that, I told him, I was like, you got the wrong impression about the shit that I'm trying to do, homeboy.
Homeboy, just desperately trying to be black. You feel me? Where are the brothers that roll on fools to roll on niggas like that? You feel me? Fake ass wannabe black people like that. Just rolling on fools. You feel me? I mean,
I would love to get Umar up.
But notice the cockeyed bastard, he's high and drunk up there probably in this clip. And you saw he's got the fucking
we gotta stop playing the game like I tried to disrespect you by putting you on a platform with Charleston. I see something differently. So, when I reached out to him after that, I told him, I was like, you got the wrong impression about the shit that I'm trying to do, homeboy.
I'm not feeling dude.
And you should never be able to talk about a black man to another black man and you ain't black. And you're not friends with either one of them. You're not even related to one of them. You understand? There's no way I'm going to sit someplace and you're going to have an animus attitude towards somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson in my presence. I'm going to shut that down. No, brother, you don't have any place in this. You're not one of us. So you need to be quiet on this. That's our brother, not yours. You see, you've gotten too comfortable. You think you put on a little hip hop gear and maybe a few rappers, and suddenly you're black. And I'm here to let you know you are not. Do you understand? I had some Arab dude in my mosque years ago. His brother is Muslim, but the Arabs come here and they just kind of go astray. Especially they come from Muslim countries. They only want to come here so they can fucking go buck wild anyway. And this guy's name is Muhammad. He comes in there with the baggy jeans and he's wearing Timbs and the oversized white tee and the bullshit and the hat. And they always want to find you like I'm supposed to be impressed. I give them no energy at all because I know they want it so bad. The worse you want it, the least I want you to have it. You understand what I'm telling you? But his brother, who is Muslim, said to me one day something. I go, something. His brother, the one that's the fake me out. His name is Muhammad, and his brother said to me something. I don't know. I might have mentioned something about, oh well, I see how he dresses when he comes to mosque. Like that's not cool or something. I don't know what I said. Allahu Alam. But then he goes, oh no, brother. He goes, he's blacker than you. I go, well, tell him to come here anytime he wants to and pull his pants down in front of me and we'll see who's black. Anytime he wants to. Anytime. And that shut him the fuck up. You see? Like it's not a gay thing, but it is it's damn near there. There's an obsession, and what's the word? It's obsession. Obsession is part of it, but it's obsession. It's infatuation. It's they're enchanted. They're seduced. It's a list of words, man. I don't think it's just one word. It's a few things.
Right. Not to mention, he's made several repeated disrespectful comments about me.
Oh, they're playing that again.
Gotcha.
And this again.
About Dr. Umar?
I'm not sure.
I don't pay him no mind. He's just talking. He's been talking for a long time. We ain't seen him do. See, the reason why I can talk so loud and talk so bold,
because I don't got shit going on.
Insult the gangsters in the streets, because when from the other cities and the other states start calling them from the streets here, say, man, y'all gonna let talk? Nah, homie, he really helped the kids.
Gotcha.
So that's been my protection. If I was a who didn't do none of the things that I do with kids, homie, I would have been dead.
Who believes that? Boy, I have to get through this fucking ad. I'm so fucking over it.
Go find you like to debate, like Hassan Campbell, Dr. Umar Johnson.
See that? See, and the fact that there's several of these that exist, he's wearing different clothes, he's in different settings, means it's something that is on. So somebody told him and paid him to do this. This wouldn't be the answer to what you think about Dr. Johnson. This would not be it. So why is it for him? Hear this.
Some of the same things though.
Well, I ain't begging for money. See, I was yeah. I ain't saying don't say no real shit, but man, he done been caught with a stripper hoe. He been begging for money about a school he ain't got built. Yeah, man, he went